Hey guys, I'm Alistair from Trail and Kale, and today I am reviewing a product from iRocker which isn't an SUP or a stand-up paddleboard. So iRocker is more famously known for their stand-up paddleboards. I'll put a review up here to their very good cruiser paddleboard that I reviewed not too long ago. Definitely go check that out if you're looking for a paddleboard. It is exquisite. But today I'm going to be looking at their 45-litre Roto-Molded cooler. And because they're not particularly famous for hard coolers yet, I thought it'd be good to review this one just to see how it stacks up against some of the bigger brands like Orca coolers, Yeti and Arctic, to name a few. So here it is. It's pretty big. It weighs 23 pounds in total. That's quite hefty. These kind of hard coolers are particularly heavy anyway. It is just the nature of the beast. They are heavy, they're made of plastic, and they are dual walled, of course, because that's how they insulate the drinks and food inside. So there's a lot of plastic here, and they can get heavy, especially when you fill them up with ice and drinks. So don't worry about it, 23 pounds, that's not too bad. I'm sure you can handle that. But if you can't, there are two handles, one on either side. Makes things easier for you to carry. The handles are kind of plastic. They're not rubberized, so you're not going to get this amazing grip like some of the more premium brands out there for coolers. I'd like to see that rubberized, but someone can carry using the front strap, and another one can carry with this strap. So if it gets a bit too heavy for you, you can always call in a friend and get them to help you carry it to the beach or your camping trip or whatever. So yeah, that's not so bad. Okay, so let's look at the straps or clasps here to open it up. I actually kind of like this design. It's really easy to use. You just pull down and release. And release. That will kind of break the vacuum seal within this cooler. And then you just open it up. And you have this nice little warning here. Please do not put your children in the cooler. I wouldn't advise that. Oh. The world we're living in, where you have to put a sticker on there that says risk of child entrapment. Yes, so let's get rid of that. But in all seriousness, do be careful. Don't let your children climb into your cooler and trap themselves in there. So the way these coolers work is they have effectively a dual wall, an insulation between those inside wall and the exterior wall. So there is a certain amount of thickness to the cooler. So it's smaller inside than what you might expect from looking at it on the outside. Don't worry about it, that's the same with all these coolers, that's how they work. And they work in conjunction with this rubber sealing which creates the seal inside. So yeah, this one is actually pretty big inside compared to some of the others. But you know what that means? That means that the walls are thinner. And that means slightly less insulation. So you might not be able to keep your drinks and food as cool as you would in, say, a Yeti or an Orca cooler. I'll put links to all these other cooler reviews in the description below. But also definitely check out this buyer's guide that I wrote on trailandkale.com, and that shares all my favorite coolers. So if you're looking for one for a particular type of adventure or particular portability, definitely go check that buyer's guide out, because that will help you find the right cooler for you. So unlike with some other brands, there's no real embossed branding on here, unfortunately, but you know, it's a nice looking cooler, the colour's nice. You know, initial thoughts with quality, the plastic I don't know, it just doesn't feel quite as high quality as, say, an Orca cooler or a Yeti, or even an Arctic for that matter. But you know what, if you're looking for a cheap alternative for a cooler that kind of just does the job for you, this is definitely worth considering, because I believe it's $260 RRP, but at the moment they're running a deal where it's $125. So for a 45 litre cooler like this, $125 is crazy cheap. So definitely go check out the link in description, see if that deal's still running. Hopefully it is. If it is, you can't really go wrong. All right, so let's look at the back. Nothing particularly special going on. On the bottom. On the bottom, we've got these rubber feet, and they're designed to stop the cooler from rolling around or sliding in the back of your truck, your car, or if you're in a boat, if you're fishing, or just on a nice fancy boat trip. Then these little rubbery feet should hopefully stop the cooler from sliding around. These particular rubberized feet are smaller than some of the other ones that I've been reviewing, like the Orca and the Yeti. So I don't really know how effective that would be on a trip. Definitely something to look into, because that is important to have nice non-slip feet. Definitely worth pointing out. Now you do get one accessory with the iRocker 45 Roto-Molded cooler. That is a drinks holder. Now the idea of this little drinks holder would be to clip it on the side. I guess that's how I would use it. And then you can have this cooler open, or you can close it, because you are still able to close it with this thing here, because it doesn't actually affect the seal. And then you can sit here like this, have a drink, and be the coolest guy or gal on the beach, because you've got your little drinks holder. So that's a nice little accessory. I don't know how useful it is. If the cooler was closed, I'd probably put my drink on top of the cooler anyway. I hope you enjoyed this iRocker 45 litre Roto-Molded hard cooler review. I hope it gave you an idea of the type of quality that you're going to get if you spend $260 on this, or $125, which is what it's discounted to right now. It's pretty cheap. But then again, you know, I think the quality reflects it when you kind of put this side by side with an Orca or a Yeti cooler. But that's a bargain. So I think this is a great value for money, to be honest. It will do the job very nicely. It's not quite as high quality, but it's, for that money, you get a very nice cooler. Well, I hope this helped you out, this review, gave you an idea of all those features, how heavy it is, what the features are like, quality. If you did enjoy it, please give it a like. We really appreciate all the likes we can get. And please consider subscribing to our channel. For more reviews just like this, we review all kinds of outdoor gear on this YouTube channel, and also on our very popular blog called trailandkale.com. Definitely go check that out. We've got loads of reviews and lots of outdoor advice for you to consume. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.